here, and I just got a new toy in the mail. Now, I'm gonna preface this with, I have never bought a full-size PC before. If you call this full-size. I've never bought pre-built. Every PC I've ever owned, I've made my own, on my own. So this is gonna be new. Of course, like getting parts to build your own right now is what I actually intended on doing. I've been trying for like 4 months to get a video card that isn't hiked up in price by some scalper using those f***ing bots. Anyway, so it's actually cheaper to build one of these, or to buy one of these pre-made. Even this one from Alienware, I priced it out. Like, with the inflated prices, it is more expensive to build than to buy. And this has the AMD 6800 XT video card in it. I'm gonna go over why I chose that when we run some benchmarks. Super stoked to try this up. Also, almost always been an NVIDIA person, so this should be pretty cool. Let's unbox this, test it out, and see how it does. You ever get nervous when you're watching someone else cut things? Like you feel like they're gonna cut into the product because you're like, there you go. You don't know what you're doing. All right, box number one. Box inside of a box. Inside of a box. I've got 3 boxes so far. This is winning the box department. Now, I think what's gonna be in here is a really cheap free, a really cheap mouse, free mouse. It said AW on it when you order it for free, and this is clearly not AW. There's no logo or anything. It's just a plain mouse. Safety stuff. This is a nice waste of space, honestly. Let's take a look. I mean, I bet that this is because they can ship out your, you get like a gaming keyboard. Yeah, this is just like total, typical Dell. Like when you work at a call center, this is the crap they put on your desk. And they charge the company like $100 for it. All right, so we'll just toss these aside. By aside, I mean probably like in the trash. Power cable. What is this for? Support. Like anyone, like any. This is the how-to. This is how to plug in a USB. Like no matter how many times you read this, you're gonna do that shit wrong the first 3 tries anyway. So, all right. More boxes. Boxes inside of boxes inside of boxes. Looks like there's no more boxes. I'm at the end. All right, let's get this puppy out. This is about 38 pounds. 38 pounds of power. Now, I didn't get the most expensive one. I'm not a fool. I also opted for the lowest amount of RAM because that will be here tomorrow. I'm gonna update that. Some compatible RAM. This is dusty as hell, man, for a thing that was just made. Super dusty. All right. Come on up there. All right, there we have it. Okay, first things first, you got the vents on the side. The plastic that is on this is there's plastic covering all over it, and it looks like they ventilated it just in case you are one of those people that forget to pull the plastic off. So normally I'm one of those people, and I usually keep it on for I don't know why so long, but I'm not gonna do that here. I'm gonna peel these off because I don't wanna obfuscate any of the airflow. Let's peel this off. Whoa. Now I chose the Lunar white chassis, and I did do the upgraded video or water or liquid cooling with the bigger. I think it was kind of actually required with this process or with this video card. So take a look. And I did do the 5900 processor. Of course, those are out of stock everywhere also. Almost opted for the 5950, but I think this should be plenty for what I'm going to use it for. What I'm going to use it for, mostly just gaming, not too many extreme games, and then video editing, maybe some drawing, stuff like that, artwork stuff. Another one right here. Got a little blemish. God, the dust on this thing. Oh, that's why it's a blemish. It's got yet another piece of plastic. Holy crap, they wrapped this thing. Whose job is it to like measure and cut all of this protective covering, right? It's interesting. So this is the Alienware Aurora R10, the Ryzen edition. This is the Lunar Light chassis. with the new updated processor. These are new as of mid-January. So I might be one of the first people to get one of these things. Super stoked to try this out. Now, all I got inside of this is I got the upgraded 12-core 5900 AMD processor, the Ryzen, and I did just the 16 gig base free single stick DDR4 RAM from HyperX, and then I did just the basic single SSD. I have another one that I'm putting in it basically right after this video is made, and then I've got upgraded RAM. Now this thing can be upgraded to 128 gig. I don't know if I'm going to do that right off the bat, but I will go up to 64. So I'm going to be putting that in there once it shows up, either today or tomorrow. And again, the processor in this is 6800 XT. We're going to run some benchmarks on that. The other option I went for is the killer Wi-Fi. Definitely worth it, just to make your speed so much quicker. So let's open this up real quick and take a look at it. Okay, so to open this thing, you've got this clever little latch right here, and then we're just going to pop two latches here. You can see the unlock logos on them. But first, you've got to pop this screw off. So almost toolless. Almost Alienware. So far, I really like how this looks. It's plastic, but I like it. I like how it looks. Okay, so this basically pull like a handle. You see that pop out, almost like the trunk of a car, or hood, sorry, hood of a car. I should just lift it off. Yep. Now next would be these. I'm just gonna throw these switches like that, and this should slide. There we go. Should slide right open. Show us what goodies you got under this. Okay, gonna be hard to control my camera here. But here we go. Here's our 6800 XT. Just got the basic Radeon on it. There's nothing fancy in this. This is actually custom built for Alienware, I believe. And that is why you're not seeing any like massive RGB. There's no way to see it anyway, so nothing in here is gonna really glow. You've got your cool Alienware branded motherboard. You got a couple things like that. Like we got our liquid cooling coming here to the processor, which is underneath this puppy. We've got only one stick of RAM, like I mentioned. That'll be much bigger tomorrow. 2 additional hard drive bays. Looks like we've already got our plugs for it. Where's the? I'm not seeing the SSD. Maybe it's under here. Sorry, I can't bend down there to see. So that's pretty much it. Here's our power supply. Pick it up here. Here's our power supply, 1000 watt, and this does have the liquid cooled case. So that's pretty much all there is to it. Really compact. This is really compact in here. I'm not sure if this is what pre-builds are always like, but I'm used to so much space inside. And it looks like we only have a handful of PCI Express slots down here. I'm not sure if you can see, it's too dark, but that, and then there's a fan up at the front, and then one fan up top. Is that it? All right. Well, let's see how this thing cools. It's got good reviews for it, so let's take a look. All right, now we're gonna put this all back together and fire it up. Okay, and I found the SSD. It's buried back there. It's hard to see, but you can see it kind of poking up here on the right, just behind the video card. Oh boy. Looks like there's only one NVMe slot. For some reason I thought there was an extra one. So I'm glad I didn't buy another one to put in it. There you go, see it back there on the right. All right, so just plugging it in, it automatically started booting up, started up with the boot up window, started flashing some awesome lights at me. But what I wanted to do real quick before I get into this and start downloading everything and testing some games is I wanted to talk about the size. This is actually a really small PC in comparison. Like, you should see my beast over here. I can show in a sec. This is a PS5, and now I know I'm measuring like the world's biggest console to the world's now smallest. It's not really, I'm just kidding. But small PC. But look at that. They're like almost the same size. This is basically a PS5 size. So interesting how compact they can make this stuff. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna go through this boot up, and then we'll get started. Okay, we're going to test Doom at max settings here. Got everything set to ultra. We're going to try it out and see what the FPS comes out at. Now the FPS is
going in the corner over there. I didn't realize when doing this that my monitor is limited to, or my FPS test is limited to what my monitor does. I never had known that. I feel really stupid, but in testing it, I will cap out at 100 because 100 megahertz is what my monitor caps at. I do want to find other ways to test this better, but from a max setting, looks awesome and runs so smooth. And I'm actually nervous that the render of this video won't come across as smooth as this actual gameplay does. Because in watching like my replay of it, it looks a little stuttery. But amazing. And don't judge my noob ability here. I'd really just jump right in. Looks great though. So now I'm going to test a couple other games. These all had FPS trackers on them, but for some reason the video capture didn't capture that. I think because I was capturing a window and not the actual screen. But all of them maintained a 100 plus FPS throughout playing them. So you got Heroes of the Storm, Gears 5, Lust from Beyond Scarlet, and a Total War game. Now, on the actual order screen, this is what I ordered, right? This is how I did it. I came over here to the Alienware site, plugged in my stuff. You can see the things I selected here. You got the 6800 XT. I added a 1 terabyte SSD. I upgraded the processor. There's my SSD. And then I changed to the Lunar white chassis. And it was it comes out at about $2,700. And I'm not sure what this employee discount thing is, or member discount. So there's the upgraded processor. Just a couple things to note here though. So I've got the Lunar white chassis. Yeah, I'm not sure what this member thing is. You can see the estimated ship date if you order one of these. It's way out. Mine actually came way early, several weeks early actually. So you've got the killer Wi-Fi. So you'll notice right here where you got the video or the SSD. The upgrade prices for these are pretty hefty. I don't recommend doing any of these outside of just a simple SSD one because 512 is way too small. But I'm going to show the prices of me upgrading to 4 terabytes after this section here. It was very, very easy to do. And now RAM is ridiculous. They will charge you a premium for RAM. I'm going to show you and link you to the same RAM for much cheaper. And show where you normally it costs $400. Now, see how there's this chat option here? Don't just go place an order. Actually add it to cart and then contact chat if you're considering it because you can always get a discount. Now, after this video, I went and upgraded my RAM for $260, 264 gig. I pulled out that 16 gig card and it's just sitting at my desk. And then I threw in a 4 terabyte extra HDD at 7200 RPM for $150. So not very much. That's pretty much all there is to it. This is a beautiful machine and I'm gonna love playing this. I'm gonna make more videos with it. Let me know if there's anything you'd like me to test or try. And thank you so much for watching and take care everybody.